Righty, folks. Let's see if audio is working fine. Gonna go over why in Direct Strike it's so important to have healers. Most people get pissed when they don't have like the spell, but usually the spell doesn't mean you're gonna lose the game. So there's a lot of factors as well. I think healing is probably like one of the number one priorities because you can actually stay in stack for the next player. And then I guess the second most important thing. It's between the spell and a mixture of good anti-air and a good yeah, basically good anti-air. Because whenever you don't have anything like air or anti-air, sometimes you lose games because of that. Like if you're going against Shadow Hunt, the SH, well, I forgot the name, which whatever the troll that has the invulnerability. If you have no air against him, you need a lot of weenies, and I mean a lot. That's like the only thing because if you have something like demolishers, meat wagons, that might work. But you need air against that guy. Watch this, man. This hopefully Lemonhead watches this and then we can actually improve on this. From what I've been seeing, most classic players they get second gold mine at 10 to 20 minute, and most quote unquote pro players get it on between 10 and 20 minutes second gold mine. I usually get mine between 4 to 8 minutes most of the time. Whenever I'm playing against really good players, I usually wait a little bit longer. Sometimes around the 8-minute mark when I know that I'm gonna get the tower, I get it. Whenever we lose tower, I'm like, shit, might as well get the second one and then see if I can regroup my stuff. Now, I don't understand. I'm in this side and I can't see what I have. But in the first round,
Job's done. Job's done.
you see yellow is Youngster X, MBM Stapo, B1, whatever, BT. I thought it was, well, I call him B1 because it's BT1, whatever. Then it's me, of course. Then Lemonhead. Then this guy, Psychedelic, which I really don't know why we didn't tell him, why I didn't tell him that he's better off building units. Now, if he would have built units on the first lane, he would have beaten what's it called? B1, and that's very important because I feel like that was one of the reasons why we lost is that we didn't get the gold bonus a lot of the time early on. So I seen so many people don't get gold bonus. They don't focus on that. They're teching. That's fine. You want at least one player teching or one player getting a hero, but no more than one of each. Like for example, usually blue and red, it's like a really bad idea to like tech up, but you have to say it to your team before you do anything. But so usually orange and yellow players are the ones that get heroes, right? Purple and teal are the ones that put the pressure. Same thing with blue and red. And a lot of times it's just best to put two two players pressure and then one to have like first hero. Now, if you want to do something like tech up, I wouldn't recommend it because a lot of pro players they love to put pressure early on, and sometimes going tech 3 makes you lose games. You just gotta keep an eye on how they build. Sometimes taking up is not a bad thing, but you just gotta really know that your other players have your back if you're gonna take up. So what I usually like to do is if you're gonna take up, have at least two players put pressure and one take up. So that usually works. If you're gonna go straight to tier 3 and they're spamming a bunch of grunts, you're like, hopefully everybody is having my back, and then you tech up. Usually as orange and yellow is like the best. You have one gold mine, so by the time whenever you actually gonna go on your third wave, you can put already like a worm or a chimera. But usually like chimeras, You gotta be very careful because they get countered easily. And worms get less countered, but you gotta keep an eye they don't have dryads either. Or um, raiders or raiders and what's the other one? You know what I'm talking about, fiends. There you go. Let me speed things up, man. As you can see, Lemonhead has Huntress. Usually, Huntress is purple and teal. It's just as bad as blue and red, if not worse. Can't pump 3 Huntresses. As orange and yellow is the best, but I usually don't like Huntresses because they don't penetrate the line as much as melee does. And this guy has one statue. And Witch Doctor. And then Bird of the Claw. It's a healer as well, dude. It's 3 freaking healers, man. 3 freaking healers. I don't think he used Druid of the Claw as a healer. Alright, so it was pissing me off that yellow, yellow was actually gonna build up his um hero based, and he actually has a very good thing. I think Sea Witch is probably like the #1 hero for Orb of Darkness, in my opinion. If you're gonna get him, make sure to get the Orb of Darkness. And he took advantage of that because I don't have any Dispel, I think, on this round. I think that was one of the reasons why we lost, and then the other one was because they had a healer. Look at Teal, I think he has a healer as well. Witch Doctor, Druid of the Claw, and then I think he gets the SH later on, which is a hero as well. We're getting to the 4-minute mark. Let's see. Everybody has 1 gold mine. Okay, never mind. I got 2 gold mine. I messed up here. I should have waited until like 10-minute mark, like everybody else, to put up more pressure. And also, one of the things that I do that I should have not done against pro players is that they love to like wait their ass on upgrades, and I feel like upgrades is important to an extent. But if you don't have any like support units, I feel like the upgrades they're not that 100%. Like if you're going full aggro, like abominations, like a bunch of knights, you can get away from not getting like 3/3 upgrades. But you want upgrades whenever you have um support units like shamans or anything that can actually beef up priests, stuff like that, man. Alright, so what Lemonhead did here was that he put his hero right in front so that when he gets into the front line, he'll put the trees. So that way they'll get all the aggro. Which is very smart. I've seen people put the keeper in the back, which is not ideal. I have done it as well. It's better to put it in front if you have huntresses. Now, if you have something like ghouls, then yeah, you're better off putting him in the back. But usually, like putting him in front is not a bad thing. But you just gotta be aware which kind of hero he's up against. He's against the warden, but right now he's level 1. He's not a big deal. Okay, I don't know why this guy BT the grid. He's like the only player that I know that uses that. Still at 1 gold mine, 1 gold mine, and 1 gold mine. All right, let's continue. And that's one of the things that I noticed, that I always get hero kind of late. I think I need to work on that. And I think that was one of the reasons why we weren't doing too good, is because I tend to get hero kind of late. But sometimes like putting the unit pressure early on is good. And usually against pros, that kind of doesn't matter. I think if you put heroes, probably a little bit better. I think like around the 4 to 6 minute mark is probably like the best time to get the hero. Because if you get first hero or like the second lane, kind of sucks. So this guy, MBM Sapo, he did a really good job on waiting and getting the hero on around like the same time that I say 4 to 6 minute mark. So yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. And then he got first hero, and that what pisses me off, dude, is that he got a really good hero. I wish he would have got something like Fire Lord in this situation. The Fire Lord, he would have gotten screwed big time in this one. Especially if he would have gone DPS, man, forget it. Like the Huntresses, they have a hard time sniping strong heroes, but the Fire Lord is a very low HP hero. Like you gotta put at least 2 gemstones, and then maybe, that's maybe if he can stay alive. Oh, you didn't see it. I'm gonna see if I can slow the speed on my lane. So what I did here, and this is kind of stupid on my part because I mean it was working right now, but as soon as we got on the tower, the thing about statues, and this is the thing that I don't know, dude. Like I was under pressure, and sometimes when you're under pressure, you don't think really well. But the statues, you want all your units in front, and just so happens this guy has a statue. He doesn't have it right now, but he'll make one eventually. So what I did is I put hippos, and I like to put three, or I like to put three here, and I like in 2 stacks, and because Sea Witch was actually using the bolt. And this guy was not toggling anything. So it was pissing me off that we were losing all the games. And I got the most damage, but like I don't feel like damage is like the number one factor to win games. The factor of many things, not just like damage. But I was beating him in like most of the stats and all the rounds. But yet then again they won because this guy's a freaking tryhard right here. BT, whatever his name is. So and yeah, that's the annoying factor that you'll see as to why I did the biggest mistake that I did here was that I should have moved the hippos all the way towards the back, and I should have moved this all the way towards the front. Or I should have sold them. But it did help a lot. Just watch. Okay. As soon as I should have seen the statue. I'm gonna see it next. I think the next one he's gonna build one. Watch. Saw that? He used the fork chain lightning, whatever it's called, on my hippos, which is good. A really good thing because I want him to waste mana on something that I can focus on all the aggro before my army gets killed. He used only one here. Now, if I would have not put the hippos, he would have used 2 on these. And I think most than half of my army should have died, or he would have won lane there. Oh yeah, by the way, the last game on this one that we were talking about, we went back and forth like 2 times. On the third time, they pushed us. It was over, dude. Like, it pissed me off that like my Tinker was so tanky because I got, well, I think I was gonna go 2 gemstones, but I think 1 gemstone and 2 medallions just makes him so beefy, dude. Especially if you get the 3 stats, the third attribute, 3 stats when he becomes level 6. He becomes a tank, man, like really tank. And that was helping a lot. He was using a lot of the missiles as well. But it was pissing me off that the missiles were not hitting the heroes. And they were casting stuff like, I think there was a Fire Lord. Like, I could have stopped Volcano, that would have been targeted. But it is what it is, man. not like we're playing for like $1,000, $10,000. It's just a damn game. Okay, since I didn't see yellow had any dispel, 'cause I know he had what, sorceress. I usually like to get the third skill, which is Thorna Aura. So what I did, I got trees. Then I got Thorn of Aura. I was gonna get Thorn Aura level 2. I kind of fucked up there, but I went Thorn Aura. Oh, sorry. Because red had a lot of melee, so I'm like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna get Thorn of Aura, which is one of the best auras in the game, in my opinion. Like, I know it doesn't help against this freaking hero, but it does help against this hero though. Okay, he's still targeting the hippos, man. And ever since I started doing this tactic and telling people about it, there's more people that are doing it. Like, shit, now the secret's out, man. But again, it works like, I don't know, I guess the first 15 minutes, first 10 minutes. If it's a good player, it works against like the first 10 minutes. But if it's like a moderate to like okay player, the first 15 minutes. Against noobs, man, it can work up to like 20 minutes plus. And this tactic, what was it? My friend Nietzsche would try to do it on me and it didn't work because I already know the bullshit cheese tactics. I'm like, nah, this is not gonna happen. And he didn't manage to split my army. You just gotta know when they're doing it, man. The problem here is that grunts are not the best aggro units. They're very beefy, but they're not the best aggro. Dryads are not the best aggro, so the only thing that was making some aggro was Lemon Hit with the Griffin Riders. I don't have any aggro at all. Like, I mostly have just support. There's the reason why I don't like Huntresses that much. I think like more aggros from the grunts comes from than the Hunters. Sure, the Hunters are good against Necromancers or any casters that have low HP. But against heroes, especially a hero that is very beefy, they have a really hard time killing him. Let alone when they have a freaking statues, dude, that can actually heal the mana. Like, he got the best unit for this hero, man. That's the annoying thing. We should have won this.
Job done. Job done.
Here's the stuff that I found out about this round, and this is the reason why I didn't get Hippo Rise. And I was gonna get them because they have more range. They attack slightly faster than riflemen. Is that freaking Red did a really good job on putting those hippos because he wanted to do the same bullshit as I did to split the army. Thankfully this guy just put his siege engines out, so, and that kind of deterred me from making them. So that was one of the reasons why we kind of lost as well, is that riflemen are good against wind riders like trolls, but if they put like more than 4 or 5 and then you want to catch up to them like on a 1-to-1 ratio, the wind riders eventually are going to beat the riflemen and the trolls. So as soon as you see them start pumping them and you're pumping your shit as well, you're better off going with tier 3 air, which is like you put another stack of siege engines, you go hippo riders, you get worms. Debatable. It can work if you have you can beat them easily if you have casters like shamans. Hippo riders, you go tier 3. Usually you go tier 3 against tier 3 air, and I've seen people go flying machines against tier 3 air. It doesn't work. Flying machines only work against tier 2 air. So remember, tier 3 against tier 3 is usually like the most of the stuff, unless like you have a lot of hawks or you have a shit ton of riflemen, trolls or archers early on. If you're not pumping them early on, and then and they're pumping already like something like tier 3 air, you're better off pumping tier 3 air as well. So that's something that I kind of learned in this game. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did that entangling root and I killed his sea witch in the process. It was kind of badass. So Tail did a very good job of putting the Wind Riders at the very back. So that way they wouldn't have not been hit by the siege engines. Now this guy, man. I really wish, instead of putting all those dryads, would have gotten more siege engines. But he didn't know because he just did it only because of the hippos. Alright, here comes the statue in a bit. There we go. And this round, as soon as I would have sent, I was like, oh shit. Statue. I need to move my shit from back to forward. I didn't. So that was a big messed up shit on my part, man. See, this is the reason why you want more aggro and you want to put your units from the back front because of this freaking asshole. When I saw this, I mean, I saw it, but I was like, I didn't move it. I have usually move them when I see them, and I usually don't move my army back. I usually move my army back whenever I want to get more XP. And I know there's people like, why you move your hero in the back or your army in the back? That when you're in lane and you're winning lane, instead of fighting here, you're gonna be fighting here. And then the fortress, which is a 700 range, it's like that much. So whenever you're fighting and you put your army in the back, you don't get range. You're gonna get sniped by the fortress, and that's the reason why I do it. That's only if you're like winning. It doesn't work if you're like, when you're losing, sometimes it kind of helps, but usually it doesn't, because instead of your army like being here, usually it's like back here. So if they have something like meat wagons, destroyers, forget about it. You need to put your shit forward. So that's another thing as well. Whenever you see meat wagons, demolisher, sorry, glaive throwers, siege, no, not siege, mortar teams. That's one factor as well. Whenever they put them, you don't want your army in the back. You want to put them in front. Healers as well, so it doesn't have to be statues. So they have a bunch of priests, something like a witch doctors as well. You want to put them in front. Alright, first 17 minutes, everybody already has a gold mine. I forgot to mention that. I think this guy was the last one to get it. I think he got it around the 14-minute mark. He was the first one to get it, and I think Yellow was the second one to get it after that. So Yellow here put up the freaking foodies. Now, I should have done this. Wait. Did I put Banshees? How come he knew though? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. It's because of the loading. So whenever you see a bunch of like tier 1 units in front, try and move your bat. That was another mistake that I did that I should have put some on the back, some like in the middle. So you want to spread them and scatter them all up. Uh, Whenever you see a lot of tier 1 units in front, so that's one thing to keep an eye on whenever they do that. It's like bad riders. A lot of people think that bad riders suck, but if you spread the bad riders, they work really well. So like if you put one here, another one here, another one here, another one here, like put like 6 spread out, and then like 6 here and then 6 here. They work really well instead of like just together like the hippogriffs. Same thing with the banshees. You want to spread them. That works really well, man. Like really, really well. Yeah, I'm already leaking, man. You can say that it's my fault that we lost this one. But at the same time, like this guy didn't help contribute to getting the gold bonus in the beginning. Now, if you would have focused on the putting those grunts early on, dude, we could have really put more pressure them early on that Youngster X would have not put enough stuff up and they would have been GG, man. That's why gold bonus is so important. Now, and also he's that kind of leaking because most of the stuff that he was putting doesn't have a lot of aggro. He already put the aggro though, so there's a Chimera which is good. And Necromancer, I think I told him, you can't see it in the chat log. Because freaking Blue was stacking, because he had a freaking gemstone. And then he had a healer, no. This guy has a healer, and then this guy has a healer. Boom. It was over from there, dude. Literally over from there. So you can see that if I would have moved my crap much more forward, I would have put hippo riders instead of riflemen. Like I could have put riflemen, that's fine, but I should have pumped more hippo riders. And I should have probably sold my hippos by now because, like I said, after the 15-minute mark, usually they're kind of worthless to separate the army. Red kind of has them, but he put them on the side. So usually whenever you want to separate them, you don't want to put them in front anymore. So you put them on the side usually to separate some of the big ass army that the other person has. So sometimes there's some of the lane that get separated and they start attacking there. Same thing over here in the bottom. So man, this guy really knows what he's doing. That's the thing, dude. The Sea Witch, this is the best. Tell me which is a better item than this. This is like the ultimate item for Sea Witch. I have not seen anything better than this. Like when I usually go for Sea Witch, I usually go for 4 robes or 3 robes and 1 Orb of Darkness. I usually don't go for an Orb of Darkness when I know that they have a lot of this spell. In this instance, I have Spirit Walkers, but this guy was like, you know what, fuck it. So don't deter you from getting it, even if they have something like a Spirit Walker. I feel like maybe don't get it if they have like an army of Dryads like this guy. But usually it's kind of worth getting it, trust me. And we literally, dude, we were about to actually save our asses here from the tornado. About to. This is the thing. Get that Archmage. So what you want to do sometimes, you want to put the Archmage all the way towards the front whenever they're about to go to the fort, so you can activate level 6 and save it. Because if you put him on the way back, you're only gonna get so much. That's one thing that Blue didn't do, and I guess your most casual direct player doesn't know that. So whenever you have something like Archmage or this freaking bitch right here, Sea Witch, you want to put him on the right in front if you're like on the defensive. So I think yellow was not worried because he could have used the tornado whenever he wanted to. If they were in danger.
Job's done.
Yeah, there's no freaking secret, man. They just got lucky with that with the healers. That's what it is. Like I messed up not putting my shit that I should have sniped those what's it called? Statues. And the hunters, like I said, they suck ass, man, compared to footmen, grunts, and ghouls. Ghouls are like the best, but they get countered so easily. But if they don't get countered easily, you can snipe a hero that has a lot of health, like the Sea Witch. She doesn't have a lot of health, but with the mana, with the drain mana, it's basically the same thing. So this guy, he did the same thing, dude. Got the first gold mine. Wait a minute, Red got it in this one. He was arrogantly enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna get it. And he still won, dude. Kinda smart from MBM Sapo knowing that that's one thing that you wanna do as well whenever you're either purple or teal. That if you put the shade as, and this only works the best as these two colors right here. That if they win lane, like your friend wins lane, if you put shade, they're not gonna get the bonus. So we don't have the bonus because of this asshole right here. So that was a really good move on this guy's. And let's see, I think he had another statue here. Oh, then who had the healers? I know they had healers in this one. There you go, freaking statue, obsidian statue, and I think red had one as well. All it takes is just one player to have it, man, and can be very problematic for the other team. Oh, and this round, dude, it pissed me off that he got Demon Hunter, and I got Huntress again. Huntresses suck ass, dude, against sniping a really tanky ass hero. So I should have done. My mistake here is I should have gone tier 3 as soon as I saw that. Like I should have never gotten a 4th Huntress. I should have been, you know what? You guys please hold the lane. I'm gonna tier up and I'm gonna go actually tier 3. But I was actually scared to do that because I thought we were gonna lose tower because this guy was losing all his freaking lanes. And then Lemon Head usually was fighting red as well. So I'm like, oh, he's fighting 2 lanes. I wanted to keep on the pressure. So that was my mistake. I should have gone tier 3. So whenever you see a Demon Hunter, go tier 3 unless you have something like grunts. So if you have Huntress, Footman, ghouls, trust me, especially ghouls. That's like, oh man, fuck that. You don't want you don't want to face a Demon Hunter. You're better off just taking up and going tier 3, man. Trust me. Anyways, let's go. Oh, I would have done way better if they would have not having a freaking shade. Keep in mind, I was banking on invincibility because whenever you have Huntress and Sorceress, they work better because of the Hex. It's a little bit bigger than your average Ghoul, Footman, and Grunt. So Huntresses and Sorcerers work the best if you have those two together. And the Huntress doesn't move as well, so usually the Demon Hunter would have had a hard time. But dude, they had a shade. Like, man, everything was going for them in this round. Everything. Now, if our team would have had a shade, I would have sold my stuff to go tier 3 and get air. The reason why I didn't do it is because I needed to scan and snipe their shade. And I started taking up a little bit late, so now I'm going tier 2. Like I said, my biggest mistake here was I should have gone tier 3. Maybe I should have just kept like 3 huntresses instead of like spamming them. It was way better instead of giving that many XP towards the demon hunter. Dude, you can't get more greedier than this. And then he tried to do the same bullshit this round that I did last round. But it wasn't working because I don't have anything to snipe there. I'm telling you, man, this guy is lucky that we're winning. Because this freaking guy really knows what he's doing. Like, it takes a really good player, like one really, really good player to really help the other team. I know this guy was doing good, but Lemon Head was kicking his ass. And then Lemon Head wasn't like, I think he said he wanted to go to the bathroom, so he was pressured to go um, and hold on to it. So that was already a bad thing in itself. Excuse my language, man. Sometimes I have anger management issues. So I was mad that this guy, dude, had the audacity to go 4 items and still started winning. Now I could have won this. Have he would have had something like freaking demolish, like a demolisher. Oh, but he had the best unit to counter this. A frost worm. Whoopie doo. Talk about luck, right? Anyways, let's keep on going. I think here I was like, oh fuck this shit, man. I went polymorph. That actually kind of deterred Yellow from getting more frost worms. And I don't know why the heck he got a hippo, so he sold them. And like I said, this guy doesn't know 100% what he's doing. He's not toggling a lot of the crap. Yet he was beating me in some of the lanes. That just tells you that a lot of the times luck plays a lot role in winning in this game. In the sense that if you have like a good role, something like a good hero, like it helps you push and you don't have to do much. Kind of stack here, me and Lemon hit a bit, but it didn't help us that much though. What Lemon Head could have done here, I tried to separate his, but it doesn't work that much whenever you have Sea Engine. I don't know, man. We really needed a shade here. I think having that gemstone, the true sighting, whatever it's called, the one that lets you see. He should have gotten that item. He didn't get it. If he would have done that, he would have sniped the shade. Visibility would have worked better for us. I turned it off. You can't see it. I turned it off for that reason because they had a shade and we weren't sniping it. So like fuck this, man. Yeah, and he scanned here, so I don't know. I told him that I got it with the hunters. So he wasted what, 25? I think that's the only round where this guy right here beat us right here. The first round I got way better stats than him, and this the third round as well. But we all lost, all of them, dude. Dude, wait.
Job's done.
First gold mine again. Oh my god. Okay, I think this is the round that I actually tell him.
Job done.
Thought it was like the second round that I told him. No, so I guess the third round. And then Lemon Hit already got frustrated because like, damn, son of a bitch, we already started wrong again. Here it is, man. If he would have gone 2 grunts, he would have won. We would have had the bonus. Only reason it says it's bonus is because I'm on this. I think
Our allies' town is under siege.
the replay only lets you. Oh, only lets you see what the red is showing. So whenever I got Dead Knight, I'm like, man, I really would like to have Dead Pack here, make him very tanky. I didn't have any undead units in this round. That would have been awesome, dude. Like really awesome. If I had ghouls, if I had something like necros, abominations. I never tried with frost worms. I think it's kind of dumb if you do it for that unit. But those units are better to do dead pack. I don't think banshees work. All right, let's get this going. By the way, Beastmaster's actually one of the strongest heroes early. I think Flame Lord's like the strongest, and then Tinker comes in next, and then Beastmaster's very close. I think probably Beastmaster might beat the. I don't know, and I think it all depends on the RNG. But I know Flame Lord can win because of the fire lava spawns. They multiply, dude. Yeah, and I was getting lag spikes in this round. I don't understand. There was like 2 lag spikes.
Job done.
It was all in dandy that he got the grunts. I told him that he was gonna get his shit possessed later, which I didn't want him to spam them. But the thing is, if you're fighting against banshees, sell your grunts. I know people that are gonna tell you don't sell them, don't sell them. It's like, this is my thing. I think selling hippos, ghouls, flying machines, and maybe footmen are not like a big loss whenever you sell them because they don't cost that much. Grunts kind of do, but when you're dealing with banshees, it's actually way better off selling them and getting air instead of like having grunts. The only downside to that is that your hero's not gonna get a lot of XP. They're gonna probably get sniped much quicker. Here, everybody has only 1 gold mine.
Research complete.
Okay, look, Lemonhead's gonna get Orb of Darkness. That's not gonna deter him from getting it because he's fighting Dryads. The Orb of Darkness is not bad against this spell unit. It's only really bad in like long games, or there's a bunch, like a huge ass bunch of this spell. Like usually you need a lot of this spell in order to make Orb of Darkness kind of obsolete. Even with the spell early on, they really have a hard time dealing with it. As you saw this, you're gonna see it in this round. You saw it last round as well. Yeah, I was getting my ass kicked in the beginning, but then I started picking it up, and then somehow ended up losing. Oh, there you go. Another freaking statue, dude. I'm telling you, Yellow should play the lottery today. I don't think he's watching this, but he's very lucky, dude. I can't even see what Red has, but we'll see. Let's keep on going. Alright, so as soon as I saw a gemstone, I'm like, oh hell no. Then whenever you see some bullshit like this, get this. Trust me, you're gonna make your life a lot easier. And whenever somebody gets something like this, you're better off getting some defense, but costs 240, so that's the pressure to getting it. So, hit for that. He gets something, you counter his shit with one item. And that's usually what I do whenever I see somebody beefing his hero up. I beef up my shit as well. Or sometimes I beef my shit up, and sometimes the opponent beefs up his stuff up. I would have won this lane right here, but this freaking asshole right here was helping yellow up. Then the statue, of course, stacks. So see what I mean? Like it was just nothing but bad luck. Oh, it gets better. BT has Paladin, one of the best heroes in the game. Man, and did this guy had Archmage like two rounds in a freaking row, and then he got Farseer. I think he got Wolves, which he was better off getting Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning. I don't know what exactly what move Blue has. Everybody has one gold mine. Okay, Eminhead got two because he thought we were about to get that freaking tower, but his hero stack here with yellow and yellow's statue stack with red, and it was just a snowball effect from here. Alright, you see here fairy dragons are started to kick in. I only have two. Usually you don't want two, but usually you want 2 to 4, maybe 5 like the most whenever you're dealing with casters. So stuff like spirit walkers, Druid of the Claw is actually really good against them. They kind of killed them really quick. Yeah, let's keep on going. Alright, the fairies are coming in with full force. I killed the bears really quick with the fairies, thankfully. Alright, I started winning here. I think yellow has... Dude, he got really greedy with items. 2 gemstones. He's mastered with 2 gemstones, just like the Tinker. He just doesn't die, man. Like, really tanky. And I seen people go 3. I think 2 is like an okay number. So he's like, you know what? Fuck this, man. I'm gonna get a warp as well to counter your shit. I'm like, bring it on, bitch. And that's exactly what happened here. Alright. Alright, so we started pushing back a little bit here. The thing about Dryads is that they have very low DPS. And believe it or not, like medium armor from these freaking guys right here, they actually do relatively well to fend off against the mass Dryad spammer here. I think if this guy would have not spammed as many Dryads and he would have probably tech up or probably spammed more grunts, we would have probably done a lot better here. So blue was really fucking our third round like really bad, man. Now that you can see the moves he had though. I think he has wolf, but I can be wrong. There we go, we finally push. I think the first few waves I lost, but I started winning because the Eminhead started winning as well. But these guys right here were doing a lot of the work. So I think yellow was like, shit, I need to tier up. Tech up, sorry, and then I think he ended up getting... What was it that he got? Doesn't have any answers against mass fairies at the moment. Oh, that's one bullshit thing. His Crypt Lord went back. I don't know if that was a hack or something weird happening. You tell me. You didn't see it, but basically what happened is that his hero moved here and went back over here. That would have probably kept my hero a little bit more alive, but I don't know, man. Weird things happen sometimes. Makes you wonder if they're actually hacking or some shit. The fairies are actually helping a lot. Again, there's priest, freaking walker.
Research complete.
So these guys' answer was like, you know what? I'm gonna snipe those fairies with the gargoyle. My answer to that was, you know what? I'm gonna get archers for that. Look at this. This is the reason why we freaking lost. I wish I can go back, but I don't think the replay can makes you go back. Freaking healer. Healers everywhere, man. Healers are the ones that make you really. So I had the fairies. I might have probably moved my fairies more towards the back to save them from the freaking, what's it called, the gargoyles. I messed up there. He has Griffin Riders, which is really good against casters. They're okay, Wind Riders, and I don't know why he got a meat wagon, dude. It was not needed at the moment. We weren't even close to their fort. We were kind of like right here. Now, if you're over here, you want to end them, yeah, get them. But I think this was like a waste of 200 and 300, I think it cost. Second gold mine. Teal still has a first gold mine. So this guy's probably a freaking classic player, man. You can tell, dude, by the way he handles himself with the one gold mine only. But yeah, what happened was red stacked with teal. Teal managed to push purple. Lemon head, that is. And lemon head on this one, I think. Yeah, I think he would have, instead of getting 2 gemstones, he would have just gotten probably. Yeah, I think 2 belts would have been better. And then instead of wasting this money on that, I think he was better off fortifying his front because he only has 2 footmen, man. Against a bunch of bears. Look at that, 5 bears. I don't know what tier 3 he had, but it was better off putting tier 3 right here. Like instead of that money, or instead of these 2 right here, would have put the tier 3, man. Would have probably helped a little bit against that. But yeah, teal and red were the ones that snowballed these effects and they won, dude. Pushed the lane, but it wasn't enough. Oh yeah, he did. He's level 6. Unbelievable, man. And then he got a second meat wagon, man, dude. Oh my god. Can't make this shit up, dude. I usually like to get meat wagons and stuff like that whenever we're winning. On the defensive, I don't like to put them. Usually they work if you put them like in corners, especially whenever in the defensive to drag your. From what I've been seeing in some of the freaking games that I play, they work really well. But I don't know, man. Like second meat wagon. I think the only mistake here that I did was again just the fairies. I would have put them in the back. I think at this point I was like, shit, I need some tier 3 as well to deal with that. then Teal had a freaking Chimera at the last wave, so I couldn't do anything about it, man. Like literally not anything. Griffin Riders, they're not very good anti-air units either, so something for everybody to keep an eye on. So you need better anti-air. Like I think Wind Riders, Griffin Riders, they prioritize on attacking ground. Now, if usually like he puts them in the back, they do tend to target more at the air than if you put them more in the front. But they usually go for the ground first. Couldn't even see the stats, but yeah, I got better score first round and third round. The second round, I just got unlucky with that. With him getting the demon hunter. Like I said, if you see a demon hunter, even as the huntress, like I would have done way better. Have Teal would have not gotten a freaking shade, dude. But I don't know, just one of those things that they had everything going on for them, dude. And then Blue was not actually getting the first, winning his lanes at the beginning, so it's very important to get the bonus early on. Alright, I'm gonna cut the stream. Hopefully this was informative, and as always, for more. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make more content. I did this one. I wanted to share it within my community. Alright, guys, take care.